Welcome, guys, to the podcast. My name is Magnus.
My name is Arnur.
Well, we have a
Frensi.
guest who is,
Frensi.
and we're gonna talk about immigrants and how it's different to live here in Iceland. Um
So we just gonna ask questions now.
yeah,
Okay, so what was it like? What is it like to live here in Iceland?
It's nice. It's safer, and definitely much colder. I don't really like the weather, but the summer is good because I'm used to like just having sun most of the time and no wind. I don't like the wind very much. Uh, the people are nice, and I don't know. I mean, most of my friends are not in Icelandic, so yeah.
So how was it different? How is it different in Albania compared to Iceland?
Albania, definitely not as safe. That's for sure. Uh, I want to say the people are nicer, but they're all right. I guess they're kind of nicer in Iceland, more polite. Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the government better here. I don't know.
uh, how was it? Like, how did it feel to like fit in the the nature around you? You know?
I mean, in the Icelandic community,
Yeah, the community. Yeah.
uh, I don't know if I fit in yet, but I can talk Icelandic, not that good. I can talk like just normal conversations, not long words and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure I fit in yet. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was the process difficult to move you to for you to
Oh
move
yeah,
here?
yeah. So I was used to just being in my own house with my grandparents and everyone. Uh, my friends back there too. I had to make new friends all over again. New school, new language, new everything. So it was pretty difficult. Yeah.
Uh, what was the purpose to move here? Like, what made you?
Uh, well, of course it wasn't me. It was my
Ah, yeah,
mom.
yeah,
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 it was my parents. Uh, I think they just wanted to get away because they were living with our grandparents for so long.
yeah.
They
Mm-hmm.
just didn't want to do that anymore, and they just decided to get a new start. I think, from what I know, at least.
So if you could, would you move back to Albania? And if so, why?
Uh, Probably not. If I'm being honest, because life is better here. But if I was like to have a business here, maybe then I would move back. Because making the amount of money and Albania is a much cheaper country. That would be kind of smart. But if if not, no, I wouldn't move back.
Uh, Talking about money. What was the how many difficulties? Like, did you have any difficulty about money and your family have?
In the beginning, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely in the beginning, because like you're in a whole new country. It's difficult to get a job, but now I'm alright. I'm doing fine. I'm also working, so.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, it was definitely difficult to pay everything.
Uh, did your parents have any difficulties like being a immigrant or yourself have any difficulties?
Yeah, my parents, I think, more than me, because they don't even speak that good English
No.
or Icelandic for sure. I did better, I think, than my parents, because they had to learn more than me. I feel like, because I was
Mm.
a kid and they were grown ups. They had to learn the laws, the everything in Iceland about jobs and all that, and taxes and everything. They also had to learn English, of course,
Yeah.
so they can communicate with people. I kind of already did know English, and I learned it on the way, but it was definitely more difficult for them than me. I think it was easier for me because I was so little.
Uh, but you know you grew up into like learning the laws by your parents. uh,
Was it like really hard to adjust to the life here?
Uh, I would say yes, because it's a whole different country, different, uh, just everything, taxes, laws, weather, people, everything.
uh,
Uh, and and I think it was probably more difficult to move in for me because I had to meet new people and everything.
Mm.
And as a kid, it's not that easy. Immigrant kid, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Do you know how you felt when you moved here first? Like anxious or stressed?
I don't know what the feeling could be called. It was like just weird. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
like where am I? Type of stuff.
Ah, yeah.
What,
Like you
what
weren't
is this?
prepared to
Yeah.
like go and
Yeah. So it's like kind of like if they took you and put you in the middle of the forest and you know where you are. That was like that's what it was to me.
okay.
Do you think Icelandic is a very hard language to learn?
Yeah, yeah. Especially these like you guys with like genders, I think, on the words.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thinking, forkin, gutkin.
Yeah, like
I hate that. I'll be honest. I hate that so much. It's so hard for me to learn that. But
what do you think is different? Like the difference about Albanian and Icelandic, the language.
difference.
Yeah.
Accent, for sure. I don't know which one is harder because we have 36 letters, I think. But I feel like I would want to say Icelandic because you guys have a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah, like unnecessary
Yeah,
things. Yeah,
to me at least.
like are there different in slang? Like do they?
Slang.
Yeah, do they mean the same or do they?
I feel like you guys use slang in English, like
yeah.
English slang, like shit and all that.
Mhm.
But we use our own, so like we make up our own slang.
Mm.
I mean, if we're talking about having to learn like proper Icelandic and proper Albanian, I think Icelandic is harder. But if you had to learn like the people's language, like
Oh yeah.
slang and all that, in Albania is definitely harder because we make our own slang. It's not in English.
Did the difficulties like happen in like in the family like because of course it's hard to move to another land without money and shit. So did your parents, specifically your parents, have any like difficulties doing things and finding job and things like that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at the beginning, I think we were held by the government. Like they were paying for mostly everything, like the house and all that. But then afterwards, my mom had to get a job.
Yeah.
My dad didn't.
Yeah.
Lazy motherfucker. And so yeah, they're split up now. My dad's back in Albania. I haven't really talked to him or anything. But yeah, it was kind of my mom holding all of us together. The house, everything, paying the rent.
Yeah.
Just weird. The woman was doing everything. And the dad was just sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely harder for my mom than my dad. He was just sitting there eating and all that. He was getting carried by my mom. Yeah.
But I wanna like how did you get like Icelandic how do you say like to live here without like any difficulties or not driven away from the land then?
Oh yeah, I forget what's it called. I don't know the name yet, but I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
I think it was after like 3 years I got there.
Mm.
Or something like that, 3-2, maybe 2. We got like, I think the first 2 times it was a no.
Mm.
It's like we had to go back or whatever. Then the third time it was a yes. I don't remember what changed it, but I think it might have been because of my dad. Because he left and because I think the government sees that if it's a single mother and a kid,
Yeah.
they have
it's-
more chances
Yeah.
of staying around.
And it's a lot difficult to
Yeah.
be a single mother handling a child
yes,
then.
yes.
I think.
So I think that might be what changed it.
Mm.
Because my dad wasn't there at the time, I think. So he lost out on that. Now it's in Albania.
So, do you miss Albania?
I miss certain things, not just Albania at whole. Maybe talking to some people, my language, food for sure. I don't know if you guys know this, but your food isn't really that good.
It's not spiced enough.
Yeah,
Like
you got
we
no
miss
seasoning.
spice.
I remember in grade school I've been eating fish with no salt, nothing. It's just boiled, I swear. It's like white fish. I don't know what it's called. But I definitely the food might be like my number one. What I miss.
Yeah.
And
But
the people.
because when we talk, you're always complaining how there's no fun
I am.
here in Icelandic. Iceland.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And everyone
Well,
knows that, bro.
yeah, I know. But what was like different, like difference in fun? What could you do in Albania that you couldn't do here in Iceland?
I mean, I feel like there's more places to go. Like at least for me, because my grandpa owned the whole house. It was like a
Mm.
three-story building or something like that. There's like more places, you know what I mean? Like to go outside. Like
Mm-hmm.
say, what do you guys not have here?
Uh, like museums. No, not museums. Amusement park. Park. We like
Yeah, there's
we miss
yeah,
that.
yeah,
We have like a Dira garden, but we don't have like Legoland or some shit, you know.
yeah. We had a lot more like fun stuff,
Mm.
if we can say that. Yeah.
How was the stop point there?
So like, when did you move here?
When? It's like 7 years ago. So what's that?
It's
2016, 2015, 2016, something like that.
yeah, 2015.
Yeah. I'm 18 now. No, it was 8 years ago.
Mm.
Because I was 10 when I moved here. So that's 2015. Yeah. That's when I
Okay.
moved here.
Um, I wanted to ask because I had the experience to move to another country and what's it called and then move back to Iceland and make friends. So how did you feel like? How did it feel to actually know that you had to make new friends? Like the feeling?
Probably not good.
No.
Because I feel like you guys are whole different people with whole
Mm.
different other culture.
Yeah.
It's harder to make the friends if it's like a whole different culture, you know. Maybe they find either things cooler,
Mm-hmm.
not the same as we do,
Yeah.
or so
Of
yeah,
course.
it's definitely harder to make friends.
Yeah, because here in Iceland you grew much different than Albania. Yeah.
I had to grow knowing what people like here,
Yeah.
just like the kids and everything.
I want to ask you, is it easier to make friends with other like immigrants that have the
Yeah.
same problem than you than Icelandic people?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because we just start talking. I mean, it might be easy because I have classes with them. I
Mm.
have classes
yeah,
here
yeah.
with for IM Nemendur. So
Yeah, but like in Grundskole when we first met, like how because I remember I started being friends with you because of Ricardas.
yeah,
Yeah, we met
Other
that.
migrant.
Ah, yeah,
yeah.
we met it like that. So how did you specifically target Ricardas? Like because he was
No, I don't even know how that happened.
no,
I think we were in cooking class, right? Yeah, it was
no,
like a
maybe
cooking,
yeah.
Nah, it was a cooking class, yeah. And I remember, and we were also together in the class where we had to learn Icelandic
Yeah.
for beginners. So I think that's how I make my friends.
Mm.
No other questions, bro?
Uh,
How hard was it to learn the language?
yeah. How hard was it to learn the
I'm
language?
glad you asked, man. It's very hard. I mean, I've been here for 8 years.
Mm.
I've learned a lot of it, but
Yeah.
not as much as I should have. I
Nah.
would like to blame Landskólaskóli.
Yeah.
That-
Nah. Yeah.
Very bad teaching, at least for my the beginners.
Nah. Yeah.
Not good teachers at all. Just give me the iPad. That's it.
Mm.
And just say do something.
Yeah, I remember that. I went to dark time only because I was in Langaskóli. And Langaskóli is a
Yeah, don't go there, kids.
but like how was it different? Because I know you were in Háteigsskóli. Like, does it really matter what school you go to if you are like going to another country? Because you know how bad Langaskóli was. But how was?
I mean, if you want to learn the language, yes, it depends. I feel like
Mm.
there's better teachers somewhere, better
Yeah.
ways of teaching. Like in Háteigsskóli, I didn't have no iPads or anything like that.
But like I was gonna ask, because if you like move in a country at your age, right? It would be much better to go to FO, right? Because there's much more support. So you should target school.
Yeah, if I was this age now
Yeah.
and I moved to I think it'd be better.
Yeah. So you would not go to like a high-ranking school with less help, but
Like-
more like.
I feel like I would still have the same friends, except for you,
Mm.
because I met you in Griscoli.
Yeah.
But I think I would still have the same friends.
Yeah,
I made an effort.
of course.
Speaking of education, how was the education in Albania?
Harder than here for sure. When I was in fourth grade, already knew everything until like the seventh grade here, like math and all that. I pretty much knew everything, so I didn't learn anything until the eighth grade in Iceland. I feel like it's harder there.
Yeah.
It's definitely harder there.
But like, what makes it harder? Like,
I think we just started a higher level.
so higher grade, like education until
I
yeah,
feel like that's what we did. Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause,
So
I'm comparing it to math right now. I don't
Mm.
know about the other stuff, but I'm comparing it to math. The math there, like I said, fourth grade I already knew everything until the seventh grade here.
yeah,
So yeah, I feel like we should start higher, at least for me.
yeah. But uh,
So we have no more questions for you.
yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up here.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for coming on our podcast.
Yeah, thank you.